Shout out to TikTok, man. Matter of fact, let me go on here and make sure TikTok is in the place to be because it's the first time on the grind for the talk. But man, we got to get into this. Y'all see that thumbnail? Hold on, y'all see that thumbnail, and then y'all see, man. Well, this joint right here, it's like what, a week later now, and everybody's still talking about it. Like it's still what it is. I mean, they got people in their feelings in every comment section. Hold on, I'm trying to turn this down so I'm trying to go over here and see if we live. And where does it come up live at? Which is weird because it's my first time. All right, well, we'll let it roll. Hey, because we're definitely live. Let me make sure we're live because I ain't got no notifications yet. Let me see what we doing. Is we on here? Let me make sure we live. Because if it's just a recorded joint, then that's cool too. Nah, we live. There we go. Yeah. We in here. All right, man. So look, there was a couple videos. You know, I'm J Live. I scour the internet, so you don't have to. So I can't. There's a bunch of people that chimed in. So there's a few different perspectives. This woman right here actually divulged some information that I didn't know. Did y'all know that it was some jokes that they chose not to put in there? Did you know that? Check this out right quick. Check this out. Hold on, make sure we can hear Shorty. Hold on. I can't. Can y'all hear Shorty? I ain't hear her talking. Okay, there we go, y'all. Hold on.
Tell me that your production team could jump up and snatch 18 jokes out the podcast or the broadcast for the tape version, but couldn't find one button for George Floyd joke? Come on now.
What is an issue is there seems to be this idea that only jokes affect one side. And I was struck by when Kevin talked about how, you know, he was talking and he said, what was I supposed to do in the middle of a live broadcast and basically stop somebody from telling a joke? No. But the fact remains that 18 jokes were removed after the live feed. 18. 18 of them were removed, including one that was told about Melania Trump. So if it is that you removed 18, because you very much could have jumped up and stopped somebody from telling a joke, but you and that production were able to take 18 jokes away out of the program so that people not seeing the live feed wouldn't see it. So if you could do that for them, why didn't this happen? And I suspect it is the same reason. People wanted ratings. People wanted controversy. And now you have it. But if you're asking why we are talking about it after 2 weeks, we're talking about a George Floyd joke, I just don't understand after 6 years and many roasts why you're still telling.
Come on now. That's one thing. I was like, boy, they love turning the knife in. George Floyd might as well just be the new Emmett Till. George Floyd, I mean, which is still I'm sorry, Tamir Rice and others, right? But they love sticking a knife in the George Floyd thing. Like it's an old stale joke. It ain't even no way you could bring it up to be funny. But go on.
What DL really said without saying it. Kevin, baby, you didn't stop it because you didn't want to stop it. You didn't stop it because that joke was doing exactly what it was designed to do. It was designed to get people talking. It was designed to get ratings. It was designed to make white folks comfortable while they laughed at our black pain. And you knew that, Kevin Hart. You knew it. Because if you could remove 18 jokes for the white people, for the Trumps, a woman who has never been punched in the face by the police, we're talking about Melania. If you can remove jokes for Melania Trump.
Right.
And she has never been punched in the face by police.
Come on now.
A woman who has never had her neck kneed on for 9 minutes.
Come on.
You can protect her. You can protect a white woman, but you couldn't protect the black woman. You couldn't protect the black man, and you couldn't protect George Floyd.
Come on.
That's not a mistake, Kevin. That's a damn choice. That is a calculation. That's you still in a boardroom or whatever you sit at, and you making these decisions, Kevin, and deciding that the black trauma was the price of admission for your Netflix special. They're deleting jokes. They should have deleted the jokes about us being monkeys, about our skin color, about Shirley Underwood, her death of her husband, about her being too black, about her being a man. Okay? Hello?
I mean, I'll take it further than that. They should have never said the hanging from the bonsai tree. That ain't nothing you play with. Like, I wouldn't even accept that. Like, yeah, I get it's a roast. And you're supposed to go in on the person. I thought, like, y'all ever seen them old Richard Pryor roasts and all that? Yeah, they was going in on each other, but they really wasn't. Like, they really wasn't with the racial shit. Now, they said some scandalous shit about each other, talking about Richard Pryor was S&D and all of that. But man, now check out your boy Pierre though. I thought this one was hilarious. Your boy Pierre. Now, this is somebody who's you know been in the industry forever. And, you know, of course, he's going to approach it a little different. I don't know if I'm going to play all of this a little dry because he talked for like 10 minutes. But let me just let him listen, because I got him and I got another comedian, too. Hold on. Y'all going to wait till this other comedian looks like the name I want to call him. Hold on. Look at him. I gotta choose the words wisely.
So many things to unpack here.
I got to unpack it now.
All right.
I got to choose the words wisely.
First, I'm gonna say this.
What you gonna say?
I'm a comic.
We know that.
And I do believe in the freedom of speech.
Okay.
But I also believe in consequences too.
All right now.
Say what you want.
Yeah.
But you can't control how someone else feels about what you said.
Mm-hmm.
You have to deal with the repercussions of that.
You do.
I see Kevin Hart, trying to explain his point, which at times is valid.
Right.
But if you come from an emotional point, you don't see it valid.
Okay.
And trust me, I understand the pain especially of black folks. Well, any marginalized group, I understand that pain, but especially black folks. But to make it about one joke, the George Floyd joke, I asked myself to ask people, if they took that one joke out, would the roast been fine then?
Nope.
Would you have been okay with the roast at that point?
Mm-mm.
They talked about a lot of dead people. Pete Davidson's dead father, Cheryl Underwood's dead husband. I mean, are we now saying those who aren't in a roast, because people are talking mostly about it in a negative light, as strong as they are people who don't even get into roast, aren't even comedians, so they're on the outside anyway.
And see, you see, it be that shit right there that kind of get me, man. Not only do politicians do this shit, but entertainers and shit, they try to act like you're just dumb as fuck. Like, see, y'all don't even get into roast. Y'all don't even know what the roast is about. Here you go with that bullshit, cuz. Nigga, let him go.
And it acts like people have never even seen a roast. Maybe you've never seen a roast before. Maybe you don't know how a roast is conducted. Maybe you think a roast is conducted kind of nicely and like everyone's kind of sweet with each other. And just, hey, big head, hey, your job. The last movie sucked. Man, when comics do roast, even comics know who are watching this. When we're outside of a club and we're in a cipher, it's on. Feelings get hurt.
But outside in that cipher, that same white comic is not finna say no bullshit in front of a bunch of brothers because they gonna get smashed on. So miss me with that. I'm sorry to stop this, y'all, but I'm gonna have to break down the bullshit as I hear it.
Some people know I ain't going over to that cipher because I know how they get down over there, and they back out of it.
Is that what you do?
So I say this much. What I found out was, I don't know if it's true, what I heard, so I'm gonna say heard, was that they actually eliminated some jokes from the roast. Now, if they did that, yeah, I don't know why they couldn't have eliminated the George Floyd joke. If they felt other jokes weren't palatable or just wasn't, up to par or shouldn't be said, then why did someone say, what, that George Floyd one can go? Now, if they let everyone go, all the jokes go, then it's all the jokes go. This is what it is. But if I heard that they said some jokes couldn't go, that's another thing I need to I have a problem with now. But
and I can respect that. He's very long-winded. He talks really slow. But that brings me to this guy. Oh, Gooey Raccoon. Shout out to Gatta Harmon, man. On Facebook, my man's. Shout out to Gatta. And the lady that was speaking was Gigi too. Don't forget about Gigi. This freaking guy, notice they do sort of kind of like the same thing, but he just doubles down on it because he's a buster. Hold on, I can't hear. Let me make sure I get him in here. Why can't I hear?
To you. Listen, man, you guys need to stop. All this angry outrage over the Kevin Hart roast. What do you think it stops?
What do you think it's?
Everybody's so angry. Everybody's so mad. Kevin this, Kevin that. Kevin is a sellout. Kevin is a coon.
Now notice what he people kind of tell on themselves, right? Notice what he chooses to say out his mouth first, right off the bat. Kevin is a sellout. Kevin is a coon. We didn't say we. Yeah. That's being insinuated, obviously. But you feel some type of way about that, don't you, homeboy? Corey Holcomb called him the Gooey Raccoon. And listen, I don't know Aries Spears personally, to be I like some of his impersonations, and he can be funny, but it's the way they try to talk to us like we don't know what's up. Just because you trying to be at them parties and around them people, fam. This how they come at us, and it's sad, man.
He's never been funny. I read one where somebody said he's only Seinfeld funny. He's only funny to white people. If you think that somebody can be worth $500 million and only be funny to white people, and he's never been as funny as Mike Epps, he's never been as funny as Cat Williams, he's corny.
There's another thing in what he said. See, sometimes I gotta just read between the lines of what people talking about. Just because he got $500 million, fam, doesn't mean that he's funny like that. People could still find him not funny. A lot of people find him not funny. Matter of fact, I got some comment sections that we're gonna go over too, because the people is divided. This is crazy right now. That's why I'm still touching on it real quick. But what I can't stand is this smug little attitude that they try to have, like, you petty peasants don't know anything. Let me educate you, and because he's made $1 billion. Man, shut up, dude.
Corny. You all should be tested for drugs. There's no way you could be worth $500 million and only be funny to one race.
There's a way. There's a lot of comedians that are worth a lot of money and not funny to black people. What are you talking about? When have you seen a nigga go to a Seinfeld concert or a show? Fool, he ain't even logically talking, but yet he's trying to talk to you like you stupid though.
Knock it the fuck off.
Really?
Even if you don't like him, that's your subjective opinion.
So even if you don't like him, it's your subjective opinion. But because Ari Spears said so, knock it the fuck off? What are you talking about, bro?
But Kevin is still gonna be Kevin. You understand?
This nigga bootlicking for a little. See, Kevin, the way I defended you, bro, you gotta put me on, son. That's what you sound like, fam. All right. I can't really do too much of that, but I have a passionate, and I do mean passionate sister that I'm gonna let go ahead cook out the whole way because I listened to what she had to say, and that's why she made it to this joint. Shout out to Black World Black News and Discussions. I'm not sure about what he doesn't necessarily say her name is, or I think it might be Yes That's D. It might be, but anyway, go ahead and cook.
Y'all gonna get mad, but I really don't give a damn. Kevin Hart, this is exactly why people be calling certain celebrities sellouts. Because how you go from being built by the black community to sitting in rooms laughing while black pain becomes entertainment. Before the Hollywood money, before the billionaire circles, before the private jets and elite parties, your audience was us. Every movie, every joke, every stand-up special was marketed straight to black people. We made you relatable. We made you profitable. We made you a star. And this is how you repay us? By sitting there while somebody jokes about George Floyd like that man's death was a damn meme. That wasn't just dark humor. That was modern day public execution turned into comedy. That video shook the entire world. People watched a man cry for his mother while dying on the pavement. Families cried. Communities erupted. Protests happened across the globe. And y'all turned it into punchlines and applause. And what makes it worse is the hypocrisy. Because comedians love screaming, it's just jokes, when the joke is on black people. But where the courage at when it's time to joke about the powerful? Where the joke said about corruption, about greed, about systems, about the people actually making life harder for everybody? Nah, somehow the easiest target always ends up being black trauma. And Kevin, you sat there talking about he did a good job. A good job at what? Laughing at pain, mocking somebody's death, desensitizing people to black suffering? That ain't edgy. That ain't groundbreaking. That's cowardly. And the craziest part is you went to George Floyd's funeral. You stood around that family. You stood in front of cameras looking solemn and supportive. So what was real? The funeral or the applause? Because both can't be authentic. That's why people side eye celebrities now. Because too many of y'all code switch once y'all get access to certain rooms. Soon as y'all cross over, suddenly black folks are too sensitive. Suddenly we can't take jokes. Suddenly our pain becomes content as long as it keeps the checks flowing. And that's the slap in the face. You can't build your empire off black support, then sit comfortably while black humiliation becomes entertainment for the same people who never respected us in the first place. That's why we're angry, not because of comedy, because of betrayal.
So which brings me to my point. Now, she was very passionate in what she had to say. True indeed, right? I think is that her little tag right there? Tip 2420. I don't know, maybe. She was very passionate in what she had to say, but I would say this though. I think the disappointment comes from putting too much stock in them folks, man. Like, after a certain point, you kind of know what it is. It's like it shouldn't even be. A lot of people were shocked, and I get it, though. I get it. But I'm talking about they on fire everywhere. Hold on, real quick. I got a bunch of them.
Okay, we got to get into this roast of Kevin Hart. Hey, first things first, Usher sounded a mess. Shane Gillis, I just feel like white people don't know how to roast unless they're being racist. And he even called it out. He was like, oh, they told me to be racist. But you didn't have to be, though. I just felt like the jokes fell flat for me. I'm not a fan of racist jokes. I'm not a fan of homophobic or transphobic jokes. I'm not a fan of sexist jokes. But there was a lot of them flying. I think it was funny that everybody just kind of opted out of roasting Regina Hall. Up until she touched the stage, I believe that they paid her to be there, and that was the only reason that she came. A joke about him being able to give Pete Davidson a pass to say the N-word, you can go to hell. Whoever wrote that joke can go right on to hell. We're not giving out no N-word passes. You're not invited to the cookout, because we've seen too many times, and this whole roast was a product of that. We've seen too many times we give white people access to our spaces, and what they do, they come in there and they act a fool. Tony Hinchcliffe was just ridiculously racist. The joke about George Floyd, didn't find that funny at all. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson got up there and absolutely clowned. But when he showed that picture of Kevin Hart daddy, Jeff Ross was trying to pay respect to Eddie Murphy, but he was sitting up there looking like one of them red hot sausages. And I couldn't take my mind off of why he was up there like that with that jacket zipped down. I wanted him to pull it up so bad. I was so tired of seeing his chest because I know that whole outfit stank. Okay. We got to get into this roast of Kevin Hart. And first things first.
Listen,
Tony Hinchcliffe just made what's being Tony Hinchcliffe.
They even got now. Sometimes you got to hear the opposing views from the other side too. You can't be, you can't not be willing to hear what everybody got to say, because when it's out in the public, you gotta know what's going on. This is a video I watched too, but check it out.
So Cheryl Underwood spoke to TMZ yesterday.
And that was a good one too.
Tony Hinchcliffe just made what's being considered the most offensive jokes at all time at Kevin Hart's roast. He says the word and then makes fun of St. George Floyd. Look at these viral clips, but trigger warning if you don't like stuff like this.
This is so bad.
The Academy Awards.
So we already saying what he said, blah, blah, blah.
How much money black people have, they're still just going to act like
Oh, actually, some of y'all, maybe y'all didn't see his little joint, so I ain't gonna deprive you of that. I'm not gonna act like everybody's seen everything I've seen. Go ahead and listen to the bullshit that he said. And maybe this will catch you up on exactly what he was talking about. Here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and let him rock out.
This is so bad.
The Academy Awards because of some homophobic tweets, but you'd be homophobic too if you were eye level with everyone's.
Oh my God! Oh God, it's good.
This fight on a private plane.
This is terrible.
That no matter how much money black people have, they're still just gonna act like ninjas.
This is the emoji now for people to say it. So many people can say it now.
Like Bill Cosby, Hart is a black comedian from Philadelphia, and like Bill Cosby, women don't know when Kevin is inside of them.
There you go.
You've
Little
done
short
good,
guy.
though, Kevin. The black community is so proud of you right now. George Floyd is looking up at us all, laughing so hard that he can't breathe.
Oh my God. I love this because this is what comedy is supposed to be. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be insulting. You take something dark and negative and you transmute it to light. Tony Hinchcliffe just made.
Did you hear what this? Did you hear what she said? I love this. It's supposed to be dark. It's supposed to be edgy. What? I mean, this is what they talking about, fam. There was the little piece about there was a little piece about Cheryl Underwood as
So Cheryl Underwood,
because she had her little piece to say about it. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and let her bust it down.
So Cheryl Underwood spoke to TMZ yesterday because there's been a big conversation about some of the jokes that were thrown her way about her husband's passing, his suicide, and then also some of the words that were used on stage. The Rock using the R word in specifically.
True roast comedy is not for mainstream domain. You're talking about Netflix, and I know people don't agree, but what I thought was good about what The Rock did, everybody was questioning his blackness, and he really made the connection. It's a way for us to talk about the issues with humor and come to some common ground. Years ago, you couldn't say M word for little people, couldn't say R word for the disabled. Sometimes politically correctness does not fit in comedy.
I didn't listen to The Rock speech and say to myself, you know what, that makes me think he's more black. I listened to The Rock speech and I thought to myself, hey, that's The Rock. Y'all must not remember how wild WWE used to be.
I said that. I didn't watch a lot of him on WWE.
That was The Rock. The Rock, that's how The Rock, that's The Rock I know.
Man, we ain't even listening to you, Charlamagne. I'm not.
I just now asking for.
I can't even let you rock out. Hold on. I had another good one too, y'all. Hold on. Because they was all up and down my damn timeline. And then, every time you're doing a video and you try to go back to the video that you had, you can't never find it. If you've been doing this forever, let's get into that go. Hold on, but y'all rock away. Hey man, it's a lot of y'all up in here, man. Let me see. He said that was hilarious. They said ninjas long before Tony. Now they're slow ones. No. You guys are a bunch of hurt idiots. It's comedy. Okay, I mean, you're entitled to your opinion. 2 tears in the bucket. Fuck it. Okay. If you think that shit's funny, then you think that shit's funny. But I bet you what you won't think is funny I bet you won't go say some of that bullshit out in real life. See, they give you a platform to do that shit, and that you motherfuckers think that's cool. But okay, there's like you said, there's real life consequences to your action. Now, I can't agree with Pierre on that one. I definitely can agree on that. Hold on. Oh, let me see if I'm gonna find that. Hold on, let me see. I'll find it for y'all. Get them likes up and shit like that. Kevin Hart. All I gotta do is put in Kevin Hart, and all the videos will pop back up again. It was a bunch of them. I just Pierre one. All right, here we go.
To our culture, to our audience, but
I know y'all seen it. Let's talk about it.
George Floyd joke, it wasn't a tasteful joke to our culture, to our audience, but our audience that's watching the roast, if you're watching the roast, you get why they're doing it.
Kevin Hart and the people like him represent a bigger problem, and that bigger problem and that bigger issue is sometimes our people have an inability to accept that their role in culture is bigger than just being the first black something. Your role in culture is to be able to protect your people. And in this moment, I think he realizes that his tap dancing ain't working. So he's resharing the videos. He's doubling down on his ignorance. But you have to remember something. Kevin Hart was really never for us or with us. He's always catered towards a white crowd. He had one comedy special, Laugh at My Pain, which went crazy. But after that, if you notice, he never really connected with us. Matter of fact, in some cases, Gary Owens was easier to connect with us than him. Now, the issue with this is it's the same thing that we see politically. It's the same thing we see in church, where people try to appropriately be black, if that makes sense. What do I mean by that? That means they try to be black on the level of never offending the people who they think owns them or that they want to be in proximity to. And the danger with that is you never have a real voice because you don't even care. Your voice can be bought. Your voice can be told what to do. And now he's upset and angry at the backlash, not understanding that you have a responsibility to your people, because before you're anything, before you're a comedian, before you're rich, you are a black man in America. And we have to start holding them accountable. And I'm glad we holding the feet to the fire and we not letting it go, because too long have we let our pain go to benefit others. Nothing about it is funny. And I'm no comedian. But what's even more not funny is your inability to just say, hey, you know what, y'all, I was wrong on this one. I missed the boat. Let me make it up to y'all. To double down on your ignorance is the same thing that we see that continuously puts us in positions on losing position and power that we need to sustain where we want to go.
Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Yeah. I think the brother's saying it like it need to be said. Now, this is right here. It's already finna get funny right now because she got a picture of Sammy Davis Jr. up there. And if y'all don't know about Sammy Davis Jr., Lord bless him. I don't want to talk about the man after he gone and passed, but if we talking about tap dancing, man, you wouldn't imagine the kind of tap dancing this dude had to do to be in the Rat Pack. But go ahead and speak on it.
Some of y'all got pissed with me when I compared Kevin Hart to Sammy Davis Jr. But guess what? In certain respects, that comparison was warranted. And guess what we're about to do? Talk about it. If you're not following the Black Death Society, please make sure to do so. This is a space in which pop culture money and real life meet. Now, let me be clear. Kevin Hart is no Sammy Davis Jr. Sammy could mop the floor with Kevin when it comes to the talent department. Sammy was a true talent and he was a triple threat. He could sing, he could dance, and he could act. He was a bona fide star. However, and now that I got that out of the way, the things that Sammy had to put up with in the quest for stardom, absolutely humiliating for Sammy at the same time. Right. It is on record. If you go back and watch any of the Rat Pack live performances, if you go back and watch any of the roasts that Sammy participated in, especially the roast in the 60s and the 70s, I think with like Don Rickles or whatever his name was, the things that they said to Sammy were absolutely humiliating. Yeah. They not only degraded him because of his race, Sammy was also Jewish. And they dog walked him, if you ask me. I know that a lot of people will say it was humor, it was the 60s and the 70s, and I understand all of that. And that is why I give Sammy a pass. However, I do not extend that same pass to Kevin. Sammy had to do what he had to do to keep fame and to keep wealth. And I'm not going to judge him, nor do I think it would be fair to judge him based off of a 21st century lens. Kevin, I do not give the same grace to. And there is no way in HE double hockey sticks that he should have allowed himself to be degraded based off of race at his own roast. The roast of Kevin Hart reminded me of the roast of Sammy Davis Jr. that took place in the 60s and 70s. And it wasn't funny then, and it's not funny now. However, I want to be clear that Sammy was operating in a completely different time and under a completely different set of circumstances than Kevin was. That's why I'm holding Kevin's feet to the fire and I'm giving Sammy a pass. But sound off in the comments and let me know what you think. If you found value in this post, please make sure to like as well as share, and don't forget to follow for more Desk Talk. Some of y'all got pissed with me when I compared.
I think she broke that down. There was some Frank Sinatra did stand up for him though. You're right about that though. Yeah. I think he was like Jewish because his mom or some shit like that or whatever. Which is crazy, but man, hold on. It's more. It's a little bit more. Hold on. Some more perspectives from the people, because I also wanted to break down this comment section real quick here too. So I don't know if y'all seen what Steven Jackson had to say about the joint, right? But then after Steven Jackson, there was another person that came after that on some rah-rah. But let Steven Jackson get his piece about it out.
So I knew y'all was gonna come here because I know y'all wanted, I'm gonna give it to y'all real. So
he was a Satanist.
Kev did reach out to me. I've been knowing Kev a long time, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing Kev a long time. And it kind of came off as he made it sound like I agreed with the bullshit. I agreed with the bullshit of the roast. No, I did not. I didn't agree with the joke. When he called me, he was basically calling me out of respect as friends. And basically, I cut him off. I know what a roast is. I understand what a roast is. I watch him. I love him. I watch him. I love comedy. I love Kevin. I'm a fan of Kevin. That's my homeboy. I've been knowing him a long time. But the only thing I wanted to express to Kev was there's a lot of people like me that's under the old law that I would never laugh at no joke about dead people. Anytime somebody demeans the dead, it turns my stomach because it's the lowest thing you can do. When they made the jokes about his family, that shit wasn't funny to me either, because it shows that you're not as talented as you are when you got to pick on people that can't defend themselves.
Good point.
Right? So for me, I just let him know that he just had to understand that ain't everybody flavor. Everybody don't laugh at that shit because some of us still have morals. I still say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. I still open doors for people. You know what I'm saying? I still respect my elders. So joking on anybody, Charlie Kirk, anybody. And Charlie Kirk talked about George Floyd. But I would never laugh at somebody talking about somebody that got killed or somebody that's not here, bro. So demeaning the dead at any point, at any time is never funny to me, regardless who it is. You know what I'm saying? And I had to let him know that. Am I mad at him? No, I ain't mad at him. He didn't say it. I sent a DM to the motherfucker who said it. Directed dead at him. Kevin didn't say it. I understand business. I understand what he had going on.
Yeah.
I didn't expect Kev to jump up there and say, no. I don't expect people to take up for me. You know what I'm saying? That's just not realistic. You gotta be grown. You gotta be realistic. I understand he was at a roast, so that wasn't Kevin's place to jump up there and say, no, you can't say that. They said all kind of shit, bro. But my hate is directed strictly at who said it. Kev, my boy, get your money, Kev. I'm glad you was number one. All that shit, bro. I ain't mad at Kev. And I appreciate him calling me. You know what I'm saying? Because if Gianna ever called me for an explanation or why, I want to have an explanation. So that's my only thing. I ain't mad at him. I ain't doing all the other shit. Like, I'm speaking for me, too. I'm speaking for me. I don't speak for Georgie's family. I don't speak for them because I don't really know none of them. You know what I'm saying? I met some of them during this time, but I really don't know none of them. The only person I know that's kin to him is Wu and his sisters. And y'all don't know his sisters. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? They really out there. They really in the streets. And I love them to death. That's the ones I know. So, you know what I'm saying? Nah, it's just, I don't do shit for clout. I ain't get out there and jump and say Kevin Hart name. I ain't do all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I directed it straight at the nigga who said the joke, point blank. And if they joke on somebody, my worst enemy, if I see somebody, which I don't have no enemies, but if I had an enemy and somebody joked on somebody dead in his family, I wouldn't co-sign that because I'm too solid. I don't understand that, bro.
Right. Now I can understand that. Like, Kev, you was at the funeral, you done took pictures at the grave site and all of that. Like, I get where he coming from. I get where he coming from. He talking some real shit right now. But then you got this dude. Oh man, you got this guy out of left field, which it seems a little funny too. I'm like, is this some disguised podcast beef or something, fam? Because he came out of left field with this, but he's talking about the person who was just talking.
Big Goofy, where you at, Big Goofy? You don't got none of that smoke with nobody else, Big Goofy. Big Goofy. That white man disrespected who you claim to be your brother, and you ain't got no smoke. Oh, you cool with Kevin Hart. You cool with Ye. You cool with everybody. But when it's a black man, but you ain't got no smoke for that white man. You want all the smoke. Remember, all the smoke. But you want a little bit of smoke. Goofy.
Nori, though. You tripping, though, Nori.
Goofy, you disappointed me. And I got your back. Because that joke wasn't good. That was not it. That was not it. But Goofy, you said nothing. You let us all down, Goofy. Big Goofy. Now it's on you, Big Goofy. No. We want you to have all the smoke. Not just a little bit. Goofy.
And I mean, in my opinion, you know, with all due respect, Nor, you the one that's looking a little goofy right there. I mean, I don't understand what the aggression was about. I don't. You just kind of just jumped out there in the middle of traffic, like big goofy. Hold up. There was more of this too, because I did cut him short. I thought he was being sincere. He said, if I heard him correctly, he said that he sent the DM to the person that was talking shit. So he did rep and represent for his boy. He said that out loud. And he's saying he wasn't coming at Kev like that. He gave Kev praise. I don't get it. I really don't get it from the Nori side of the game. But no, that's actually not it. I had another joint for y'all real quick. Hold on. Let me get to it. Yeah, it was great, but it's crazy though, man. Like, how you gonna do that? That don't even make sense. You know what? I didn't hear what they was talking about. What The Rock said, and I never heard what The Rock said. Did y'all hear what The Rock said at the roast? I never heard what The Rock said. I came across it. He said The Rock absolutely cooked Kevin Hart. Okay, well let's hear. Did he cook him? People use the word cook so loosely nowadays. Like people just use shit for just he cooked him. He cooked. All right, here we go.
Both of our dads died. I thought it is something that bonds us. Can you guys see my old man? Okay, oh cool, there he is, yeah. He was a fucking tank, you know? Now, whereas Kevin's dad...
Oh, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. What the fuck was that, man? There's a better picture of my dad.
Okay, you're all right. No, I just wanted to show, like, you know, both our dads showing their chests and what their bodies look like. Okay, look, there's a bitter picture of Kevin's dad.
Whoever released these pictures are fired. You're fucking fired. Son of a bitch.
That is a legit mugshot of Kevin's dad, and as we all know, recently.
Damn, that was kind of. What was funny about that though? Yeah, that wasn't comedy. But that right there wasn't comedy. Like, ain't no way I could have sat through the whole 2.5 hours of this sound like bullshit. Well, whoever did that's fired. Yeah. Dude, come on, man. That shit was garbage. That was Garbello Consuelo. I ain't never heard more garbage ever in my whole lifestyle. Jeez Louise. Come on, man. We need y'all to do better. I don't know. I guess is that what a roast is? Dry ass comedy? Is that what the roast is supposed to be? Hold on. I was looking for that. I keep getting inundated with these Chud the Builder videos, which is garbage. Let me see who all in here, man. I see y'all in here. They said, "What are you talking about? Was this a relative of yours?" No, mother. No. Are you not following? Okay, let me break it down for you. See, Kevin Hart sparked the debate because some people didn't believe that when you reach a certain level that you get stripped of your dignity and things of that nature. Some people still believe that if you do comedy and you know you're funny, that like you're still like blackety black. But now people are finding out that once you get to a certain level, like they don't feel the same thing your little black ass feel. Matter of fact, they don't even look at themselves like your little black ass no more. So when they in the space with they friends, they let shit slide that we ain't cool with. So now you hearing everybody that ain't cool with the bullshit. This is what's going on right now. You hearing everybody that ain't cool with the bullshit talking, because there's people with the other opinion. Oh, y'all being too soft. Y'all this that.
That's died.
You don't comparison.
Someone else's
I watched this other
mess. I thought it is something,
and I thought it was
Kevin Hart stopped by the Breakfast Club to talk about his roast hosted by Shane Gillis that was on Netflix.
Yeah, the George Floyd joke, it wasn't a tasteful.
Is that what we seeing is
Kevin Hart stopped by the Breakfast Club.
What we seeing is the people who have racial self-esteem and the people who lack racial self-esteem. The people with racial self-esteem ain't having that shit. And yeah, like I say all the time, right? It's partly our fault, you know what I'm saying, as black people, because we let a lot of shit slide. And I say this all the time. But I'm saying this because you just gonna have to deal with what it is going forward now. It's some new shit. See, yeah, we let some shit slide. Yeah, we thought everything was kumbaya, this, that, and the third. Yeah, we really lacked racial self-esteem. We really was oblivious to what was going on. That was then. Now, though, now that we on code now, ain't none of that shit sliding, B. We ain't doing none of that, dog. You talking slick. You sat up there. You let. Now that we didn't. Now it's even worse for him. And this is why we're still talking about, because a week or so later we find out that there was things that were omitted from the final broadcast, which was supposed to be live, mind you. Just like we still on the award thing over there about the Tourette's dude yelling nigga. We ain't letting that slide either. We ain't letting nothing slide. So y'all got to deal with that now. And ain't nobody finna shame us. You're not finna talk about we being too sensitive and this, that, and the third, what you heard. Because guess what? Being that sensitive got us here right now. Are we come a long way. And that's this being sensitive got us there. That's why all the other people in the diaspora want to come be up under our sensitive ass. Because we check shit. Because we put shit in perspective and get at it. And y'all just got to kind of deal with that now. That's really what it is. This Kevin Hart shit is showing that some people still cool with the bullshit. Some people still got friends that make racist jokes on the low. Some people still got friends that they let white Mexican friends that they say is nigga. Some people still got, unfortunately, probably a baby mama of a different hue. And now everything is love is love. Everybody, man, I'm not saying it's a problem not to love who you love. I'm just saying don't wake up confused. Don't still fight for what you need to fight for. And I think that's one of the biggest hurdles that we got in the community right now. Like, there's people with these dual allegiances. Not well, we didn't identify the tethers. The tethers is the tethers now. The tethers were FBA, Foundational Black Americans. Tethers is the tethers now. Now we got to get into these internal coons and traitors and turncoats. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them, man. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. Like this one. Like that's why I put or Aries Spears. I took his little raccoon face off. But just like Aries Spears, go sit up here and try to chastise and browbeat us about what we don't know about a funky little roast. Do we know about a roast? We intelligent enough to know what comedy is? How dare you insult my intelligence like I don't know what funny is, cuz? What's wrong with you? It be the audacity for me, though. You mean? It just be the audacity. And that's why we covering this right now. It's only coming out is because now we find out more information that this dude omitted 17, 18 jokes of other people. And he's self-deprecating too. He was cool with the bonsai being hung from the tree joke. He was cool with the coming over here in the slave ship with a baby bottle joke. He was cool with that. He was cool with that. Whatever, so I could fit in. He was cool with that. That shit ain't cool, man. That shit ain't cool, man. I done lost friendships and all of that shit, man, because of that shit. Like, nigga, I stopped talking to you, nigga. You got what? Well, we coming to blows, cuz you better watch your goddamn mouth. Where else do they let people do shit like that? Motherfuckers will shoot you, kill you, and all of that for talking about their mama. And you sit here, man, that's what I'm saying, man. All that selective bullshit. But we already know that's a psychological syndrome that some people have where let Kevin Hart be. Well, maybe I'd be redacting when I be speaking and thinking, and I'm like, yeah, it would probably take a lot. First of all, you got to get close to him and you got to put him in the situation because he's probably not gonna want to compromise his little empire. But so you can't. I was gonna create a scenario that I even thought that probably wouldn't even be. I couldn't do that. Anyway, I ain't gonna hold you, but I'm emoji, fold you, and scold you. Unless y'all got something to say. I see y'all over here. He said it was not funny. It came off as super awkward. No, it's cool. It's hilarious as hell. Man, listen, man. Them jokes, fam. This is what I'm saying, man.
Kevin Hart sat down.
Once y'all do a juicy joke, when people are freely doing the juice jokes, when it's fair game all across the board, then at least it'd be fair. Not even saying I'm agree with it at that point, but I'm just saying if why couldn't Cuz come with some juice jokes or some costy cost jokes? Nobody made a costy cost joke? A little sass chamber joke? Nobody made one of them? I'm just saying. And did you hear Spick one time that night? Did you hear Wop Guinea? Did you hear any of the other? What did you hear? Did they play with anybody else's racial little? Because there's others. Why? I got this expose I'm about to do on the N-word too. So I'm gonna come back. Matter of fact, I'm gonna come back on the N-word on that one because we got to get to the bottom of that one too. We gotta get to the bottom of that because here they go. Y'all even over there in the comment section. It's just a word. You let the word. Did you have the word? The word that you desperately want to say because you feel like in some way you can't, but your little fake colonizer by smallpox blankets face ass just want to do it anyway, but not where it matters. You don't see That's what I don't understand. And since we own it, since y'all over there own it, yeah, we know they control everything. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Kill Tony is corny. He was super corny. None of that shit that he said was funny. Nothing that he said was funny. And for Kevin Hart to try to double down on the shit, like somehow or other, like him and Ari Spears tried that. Y'all, some of y'all came in late, so y'all probably didn't hear Ari Spears. Hold on, let me see. I can go back to that one. I still got that video. Hold on real quick with the Ari Spears. Ari Spears, this one really kind of ticked me a little bit. This dude right here. Hold on, can y'all see? Listen to this crapola. Because y'all don't know nothing. Because y'all don't know comedy, basically, is what he's saying. Do you got your shit messed up, fam?
All this angry outrage over the Kevin Hart roast, what do you think it stops?
What do you think it's?
Everybody's so angry. Everybody's so mad. Kevin this, Kevin that. Kevin is a sellout. Kevin is a coon. He's never been funny. I read one where somebody said he's only Seinfeld funny. He's only funny to white people. If you think that somebody can be worth $500 million and only be funny to white people, and he's never been as funny as Mike Epps, he's never been as funny as Cat Williams, he's corny. You all should be tested for drugs.
You know, on my second go round listening to that, since I be like listening between the lines, he twistedly talking about himself. Cause that's the kind of shit people say about him. Everything he just said people say that about him. Again, I don't know Ari Spears personally. I like some of his impressions. I ain't gonna lie. I like some of his impressions. But first he came out with the cooning. And yeah, this situation involves tap dancing and cooning and selling out. Yeah, okay. But he felt really strong about that. That's the first thing he mentioned. Then $500 million. How you gonna have $500 million and not be funny to one race? How you gonna have? Boy, don't he know? Don't he know that there is Don't he know that there's comedians right now that we don't even know that is worth a gang of money that we don't even know? Like Seinfeld. Like you ain't no I never once heard any black person say, at least Gen X, say they was going to a Seinfeld show. Come on now. Ari Spears mad. He's Ari Spears needs mad TV still. Listen, fam, because it's listen, I'm not here to disparage the brother. But when you're wrong, brother. And what you're wrong is you're trying to talk to us. You trying to browbeat us. You trying to tell us that we don't know what funny is because you trying to smooch up to Kevin Hart and get a little play on the side. You're compromising yourself as a man. And I can't get with that, brother. I can't feel you on that, brother. That's terrible, my guy. That's terrible. Y'all deep over there on the J Lava side of the game. All right, I feel you. Hold on. There's a couple other ones that I had, and we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. TMZ. Cheryl Underwood defend offensive joke and talk about the issues with humor. Let me speak on that too. Mrs. Underwood, pretty black sister Underwood, shouty. I understand having tough skin and you want to be up there with the men's and all of that. And I don't know. I'm gonna retract everything I want to say. Because what I was finna do is give an excuse for people taking a roast opportunity to say racist shit. Like, you don't have to do that. Like, that don't, comedy or no comedy, just because it's comedy don't mean, oh, give my time to be racist. Oh, it's comedy now. I did that the green light to be what? Like, I don't get that. Like, it's just comedy. I could be racist and just comedy. Cause it's funny. Y'all do know that's how like Jim Crow and all that shit started, right? Blackface and shit, right? Right? Y'all know that was in theaters, right? Before TV and movies and all that. They was running around doing theater with blackface, with white people playing shiftless, lazy, good for nothing niggas. And the whole world caught on to it. And laws became a part of it. Did you know that? So we ain't trying to hear that it's just comedy shit. We know what comes after the comedy. But here, and then this is let's see if this is even actually sincere. How TMZ want to go for it. Let me see. I'm gonna give them a chance to see if they actually sincere.
On. And one person in particular who got it a couple of times was Cheryl Underwood, who was on the dais. And it just seemed like the jokes for her were maybe crossed the line.
My husband killed himself in 1990. Really what happened, right? I was in the Air Force Reserve and they were getting ready to mobilize my unit to go in the Desert Shield and Storm. I'm sorry if I got it in reverse. It's been a really busy night. But my husband.
Matter of fact, real quick, before she go on, chat, let me ask y'all, who in here thinks it's okay at a roast to talk about her dead husband? I need to know that. I kind of want to see the level of what we on. Who think it's okay? Here, we might as well put this up so everybody can see everybody talking. Everybody can see everybody talking. This is what I want to know. Who up in here think that it's okay to talk about her husband committing suicide at a roast? Who think that's cool? Okay, you do. All right, we got one. Come on, don't all speak at once. Put a 1 if you do, put a 2 if you don't. Let's just do 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 if you do, 2 if you don't. It's okay. 1 if you do, 2 if you don't. Do you think it's okay to talk about her expired? We got a nah. Okay, we got a nah. He said, why isn't it okay that she talks about her husband is that he's passed? Okay, 1. You say you do. Grumpy. What a name like Grumpy? Duh. With a name like Grumpy. Come on, bro. I would expect you to say that. 1. Beth Love. Damn, where's all the love at, Beth? Shit. Emma say no. Richard, a long time ago, he wasn't murdered. That's what I'm saying. He committed suicide. That's kind of touchy. Riggs said no. I feel it. Manuel said no. Said no. Okay. We're running neck and neck. Cheryl is cool with it, so I hit no issue. Okay. Tone on the 901. Is that Memphis? 901, man? Is that at that 901, man? Come on. I want to know now. I just need to know before I go on. Who is cool with it and who is not? I need to know. Because I'm saying this. I said, all roasts, there are no taboo subjects. That is why people like them. Free speech forever. I get that. It ain't even a dispute about the free speech aspect. The question comes is, why is that then the opportunity to exercise racist shit? Like, why not be clever in a different way? And why is that to be fair? And what I'm saying is, it's not fair because we ain't getting no juicy jokes. Ain't nobody making no Holocaust jokes. Ain't nobody making those jokes. For some reason, are off. If you say free speech, you say that, but they're not doing that. It's not really free though. If it costs some people, it can't be free if it costs some people, fam. I hear you, but it can't be. He said the thing is is they were making fun of their dead husband prior before she came up. That was all news to me. Okay, at a roast, I'm still under the impression it is. At a roast, you grilling the person. The person is on the grill. It ain't the person and the people related to him or the person, and it's the person on the grill. Roast, grill, singular, not all your attachments and shit. Now I can understand you talk about their lifestyle or something they do, seen, done, felt, taste, touch, smeared, vomited, shitted on. There, come on now. Why is that the opportunity? Oh, let me say some racist shit. I got to be racist right now. They shared it with comedy. I just got to do something racist. The comedy now. Why is that it? That's what I don't understand. But here, let her go ahead and bust her. Y'all let me know if she tap dancing or not.
And killed himself August of 90. So what they're talking about is his suicide over 30 years ago.
Nonetheless, what happened was everybody seemed to be pushing everybody's buttons. Even if it was a year ago or 30 years ago, it was, let's just find the most sensitive thing and just go in on it.
Well, I think it's the new way of roasting. When I first came to Los Angeles, I was hanging out in the Friars Club with those old-fashioned Borscht Belt roasters, those Jackie Masons and those guys. And that's why I said to Kevin at the end, we only roast who we love. There was a team of us and rehearsing things that we could say and what the parameters were. But the best part was being with my colleagues. The best part was hanging out and Tiffany Haddish and Lizzo and my fraternity brother J-Dub, one of the Plastic Cup boys, and all of us that know each other. That's why I said freedom of speech is alive and well, and it's alive in Netflix.
So the weird thing to me was Tom Brady.
But hold on, baby. I can't skip over that, though. I get keeping it positive and all of that. You was around your peoples. You was around your this, that, and the other. But the passivity for me, though, like you just why TMZ got more concerned about the shit than you do is what I'm trying to say. What's going on with that? You got TMZ up here acting like they the most concerned, and they put more bullshit out on people than a little bit.
Because when he was roasted, he got upset, yet he showed up and he roasted Kevin Hart, although he left so nobody could go after him.
I like the fact that he came to give Kevin a little
Oh, and let's also talk about the fact that when he got roasted, Jeff Ross said some shit, and he checked Jeff Ross right on the stage. But you know what? Y'all won't believe it. Hold on, y'all won't believe it unless I show it. Jeff Ross at hold on, what was his name? What the hell was his name? They said his name was.
The fact that he came to give
Kevin Hart, although he left, yet he showed up. He got upset because when he was roasted, the weird thing to me was Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. I don't know why I couldn't remember that name real quick. Jeff Ross checked by Tom Brady. Hold on. See. This is what Tom Brady did when Cuz got a little out of line. When Cuz got a little out of line, this what Tom Brady did. Hold on, I really don't want to watch the flagrant idiots. Maybe if they got just a piece, because I really don't even I really don't even like that show. No, I refuse to even watch that content. Hold on. Jeff Ross even talks about it. Hold on. I don't want to hear. I want y'all to see, cause getting checked. I want you to. Here we go. Look at this. Look, somebody come look at it. Come look at it. Somebody come look at it. Hold up. It's the whole front of the picture though. For real. Hold on, real quick. Look at that. It's
During
him.
a 3-hour Netflix show.
Let me refresh that. Y'all see that before I even started? It's him coming to put that bug in that ear. Hold on, let me move it over real quick so y'all can see that. This is the picture of Cuz putting that bug in his ear, like, hey, homeboy, I'm gonna need you to watch your mouth, cuz.
During a 3-hour Netflix show, the greatest roast of all time, former NFL star Tom Brady got roasted by his teammates, friends, and comedians.
When we played together, Tom, you used.
Hold up. I don't know if I can play the audio because you know they be funny. Fair use, damn it. Fair, all of the uses. So look. So you see Jeff Ross up there talking, right? And then you finna see Tom Brady come up and whisper in their ear like, hey fam, let me highlight you real quick. He must have said something wrong. You see what I'm saying? Look, he said, yeah, look. And hold on, what'd he do? What'd he say? Okay. I'll back off. Okay. Right? Kevin Hart couldn't do that? So you telling me Kevin Hart couldn't do that? Is that what you telling me? Would you say the thing is they were making fun of her dead husband prior to before she came up. That was all the news to me. Yeah, they was. Roast you do, everyone is there. What's the problem? There's a big problem with that, man. We ain't going for that crap no more. We ain't letting none of that slide, man. I can't believe TMZ is more concerned about it than her is, though.
Because when he was roasted, he got upset. Yet he showed up and he roasted Kevin Hart, although he left so nobody could go after him.
I like the fact that he came to give Kevin a little elbow, but also give him his flowers. Usher, give an elbow, give him his flowers. Cat Williams, for them to settle their beef. So I think what he did really helped everything. But The Rock being there, you can see all of us have genuine love and friendship.
I'm glad you brought up The Rock because you said something about when you first came to LA and that the Friars Club. So has it swung back where now there are certain words that in this context people are fine with?
True roast comedy. It is not meant, it's not for mainstream domain. But you're talking about Netflix. And I know people don't agree and to say, well, why would you use these words? But what I thought was good about what The Rock did, everybody was questioning his blackness. And he really made the connection. It's a way for us to talk about the issues with humor and come to some common ground.
No, it's not, Underwood Cheryl. I'm not, nah, man. I'm sick of them trying to smooth. It's a time for us to talk about issues and come to common ground. Common ground these motherfucking nuts. You're tripping. You is tripping. Common ground my ass. Nah, man, we ain't doing that, man. We're not doing all that. Sorry, y'all. I ain't mean it gets explicit, but geez Louise. Stop trying to smooth it over, little Clover. It was out of pocket. You shouldn't have been there. I'm not even finna go sign up for somebody to be able to talk all that type of dumb shit to me. Like that's not even really what it is. I don't know what part of the comedy game that is, But that's not one that I even want to be a part of. You understand what I'm saying? Like, come on, fam Bamalino. Like, y'all tripping. Hold on, let me see. There was a little bit more of that though. Hold on. Now there was some people like we too sensitive. Hold on, real quick. There's some people that was talking about we too sensitive. Also, people in the comments section, which this, that, and the throw. This one, oh my God, he that one looked like a very long response. I don't think I can do that one, y'all. Hold on, okay. I don't even like this chick. I don't like her, so I don't even. Okay, Dewan B, very respectable. I ain't heard from Dewan B. Hold on, real quick. Dewan B speaks. If y'all know about Dewan B, go check him out. Know everything about music. Dewan B speaks. What you got to say, brother? Dewan B. Hold on, mute. Uh-oh. Hold on. Uh-oh, we got some little flack going on. Not the flackety flack, don't come back. All right, well, we'll come back to Dewan B's testimony in just a second. Seeing as though that one ain't cracking and popping. We already heard from Mr. Special K Douglas, the comedian, talks about the things that shit mad about instead of what? Oh, hold on. Is this another one of them?
What up, K? All right, so this morning.
I can't play it because
give me some appropriate music so we can once and for all.
What up, K?
All right, so this morning, hopefully,
I can't do that music. I can't do the music. I was going to try to let him get his little thing off, but I can't do the music. For those of y'all that did not see what Cat Williams had to say, after seeing everything you done seen so far, sometime after you heard everything you done heard so far, now listen to what Cat Williams had to say about him, and then you'll understand why people is and doing what they say they doing and where they at right now. Because this is a master class. This is a master class in roasting. Only thing he said one thing in there that I was like, you ain't have to say that. It was something. I think it was the Diddy shit. It was the Diddy shit. Like, he ain't had to use the Diddy shit. But anyway, check it out.
Hello, Kevin. Hello, Cat.
I'm surprised they invited me. That's how little star power you have. They had to start inviting your enemies. I said, I hate him. They said, come anyway.
Hello, Kevin. Hello, Cat.
I'm surprised they invited me.
This ain't it. Oh, my bad.
That's how little star power you have. They had to start inviting your enemies.
I thought that was the full swiggy swag.
You saw the Kevin Hart roast recently?
Okay, hold up. Mojo Brooks.
You saw the Kevin Hart roast?
Y'all know who Mojo Brooks is, right? I'm gonna give Cuz the side eye a little bit, cause he fresh in the game. He trying to get up there, and he ain't trying to ruffle no feathers. But that's the fucking problem. That's the problem right there. Cause why can't we say what it really is when you in a certain position? Why is that? Listen to him. Y'all, you be the judge.
You saw the Kevin Hart roast recently?
I was there.
Oh yeah, you was fucking there. You was.
Come on now, you saw his nose come across the screen. I was mad. I watched it back. I said, man, zoom out my damn face like that. Man.
Close up on
man, all up on my shit. I'm like, damn, they gonna know it's me from far away. Heck up.
How was it connected with Cat Williams?
So I actually had met Cat a few days prior because you know they had the Netflix as a Joke comedy festival. Shout out to Netflix as a Joke.
Amazing.
Dopest comedy festival like this is out. It ain't nothing like it, bro. It's comedy comedians.
And everybody
everywhere.
comes out.
Bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And Cat had a show at the Intuit Dome and I pulled up and you know that was my first time meeting him and as soon as he seen me he was like, oh, I like the fact that even in Cat's roast, like he ain't tuck his tail about.
He didn't hold back at all.
And you know what I'm saying? It was racist and it was this.
But like, just for the record, what are your thoughts on everybody sort of reacting to some jokes that may have crossed the line as far as being racist or being sexist, whatever it was?
Man, that's what a roast is. Like, and it can get ugly. You know, it can.
I see. No, it cannot get ugly. You know why I can't get ugly? Cause y'all niggas can't go up there and do no juicy jokes. It don't get ugly. I ain't never seen it get that ugly. When it start getting that ugly, then I would start agreeing with these niggas. But it ain't. I can't do it. I can't do it. I ain't gonna be able to do it. You flaging, homeboy. Flaging. Y'all know nothing about that. It's an old school word. You're flaging, boy. Hold on, there's more. Damn, I didn't got off the thing. My bad. Hold on.
It can get dark. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I was sitting there, you know, after the show, Kev was like, you know, you're going to have to do one of these. I'm like, shit. I don't know if I can stand there. I don't like stand there and then you got to be the one to take that. But that's what it is, though.
Yeah.
Definitely, though, you know, being in the audience, I think a lot of people that were at home watching because, you know, I posted, you know, pictures of me and I said I had a good time. And
here we go with the people that at home watching don't know shit. Y'all don't know shit. Y'all really don't get what's going on. Y'all.
There was some people in the comments like, "Yo, you enjoyed that?" And you know what I'm saying, it was racist and it was this and it was that. And you know, they only could, it was a couple crowd shots, but you know, everybody wasn't laughing at everything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm one of them people like, if it ain't funny, I ain't gonna laugh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, I do think we live in this space where everybody is offended about every.
Here we go. Here we go. I'm not like them other niggas. I'm not offended like that, boss. I'm not there. And I don't know this guy personally. I'm just speaking on his actions in this particular situation and what we're talking about right now. And all I'm saying is why I can't nobody stand on it, man. If the shit wasn't right, the shit wasn't right. Why we got to be gaslit? Not we live in the time where everybody sensitive. We live in a time. But man, if you don't get your ass up out of here with that shit, I'm so sick of hearing that. Like, stop talking to me like I'm a goddamn second grader.
Little thing. But it was some shit said that I was like, you know, you could have saved that one.
Word. Like,
You know
that's
what I'm
not
saying?
even a joke.
Yeah, it was like
there was no punchline.
As a comedian, it was weird. Like, it's a line.
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody say. It be always comedy, like, but it's a line. You know what I'm saying? And it was, you know what I'm saying, it was some stuff said that I was just like, you ain't need that one.
Yeah.
But that's you tiptoeing, my guy. You're tiptoeing, bro. It's a lie. It's definitely a lie now. It's a lie. Not saying, and you shouldn't cross that line. It's just some things that you could have kept that. It's a line, though. It's a line. It's a line. Hold on, let me bring that back, y'all.
Every little thing. But it was some shit said that I was like, you know, you could have saved that one.
Word. Like,
You know
that's
what I'm
not
saying?
even a joke.
Yeah, it was like
there was no punchline.
As a comedian, it was weird. Like, it's a line.
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody say. It be always comedy, like, but it's a line. You know what I'm saying? And it was, you know what I'm saying, some stuff said that I was just like, you ain't need that one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Nah, nigga, we don't know what you're saying, nigga. Nah, nigga. Nah, fam. I'm sorry, but we don't really understand what you're saying. I don't know. What are you saying, my guy? Is it a line? And where's the line?
You was killing.
It got crazy.
You ain't need that one. Yeah, it was like,
I felt that way.
Yeah,
and you can hear the crowd too.
But just as somebody
you
was watching,
you can hear the crowd. If it's more of a ooh and not a laugh,
and people not understanding that because we like,
yeah,
I'm talking about one of them joints, mother. We lean back a little bit, like yo, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I just you know, people thinking, the first thing people say, oh, well, you could have got up and you could have walked out or whatever the case may be. And there's a lot of things people are gonna say that you could have or should have done. In that situation.
Now, the question is, why would they say that? Why would they say that? Why is there a question about what could have been done? Because nobody did nothing. That's why. We already see. Hold on, do I have to rewind that for y'all? You seen, look, when Cuz got out of pocket. Look, when Cuz got out of pocket, when Jeff Ross was getting a little too ahead of himself, look, he got that little squeak in the ear, like, hey, fam, hey, family. You see that? You see that hand come from the side? You see that? That's what happens. That hand come from the side. And Cuz be like, oh, okay. Hands up. Okay. I give in. Okay. It's all a joke. See, yeah, because he wasn't having that shit. So you telling me Tom Brady can stand up for something, but at his roast, but you can't stand up for nothing that's yours? And hold on, I'm gonna let him cook on out because he had a little bit more to say about that. But fam, the shoes is being shined up. There's a little tap dancing going on.
People like, oh yeah, you could have got up and went up there and slapped the shit. I'm like,
nah, did nobody say
on
that.
Netflix? What the hell?
No, see, and then I hate when they try to go to the extreme of what nobody asked you to do. Nobody asked you to go up on the stage and smack nobody. And see, that's that lightweight bullshit that I can't stand when this projection comes back on why we should be cool. Don't talk to me like that, fam. The fuck is you talking about? No, you don't. You just gonna sit up here in my face and tell me somebody put in your goddamn comment sections you should have went up there and smacked somebody. Even playing, nobody would have said that. See, that's what I'm saying. This is a serious matter. So nobody would have even suggested that. Now, they was probably asking you, how you felt about it or what did you think about it, just to gauge your temperature. But it seemed y'all be getting like real defensive, getting real on the defense side of the game. Soon as we want to know what's up, there's a little more. I'm gonna let him go ahead and cook it out.
You Will Smith for?
Who you want to slap? Gillis? You want to slap the shit out Gillis up there.
Man, like what? Like, who you want me to slap?
Nobody
They done said the man got Down syndrome all show long.
Yeah.
I'm starting to believe it. I'm not gonna go slap that man. Like, hell no.
Shane was amazing. Shane was amazing.
Me and Shane talked right after the show, and he was like, "Man, what you think?" I was like, "What's good?" He was like, "Yeah." He was like at the beginning. I was like, "Yeah." I said, "That's how it is at a roast. You got to fill them out." I said, "Once you felt them out," I was like, "Bro, you was like, you was good."
It was good.
Now Tony, that's just who he is. That's who he is, bro. And he.
Why they keep saying that? If that's who he is, why the hell was he there? Why bring him? It's my production. I did everything. I took the 18 jokes out. Why bring Tony? Is that your friend? I thought roast was amongst people, your friends, your colleagues and shit. They even see. That's what I'm saying. It's roasters. They're making up the rules as they go along, right? So now y'all inviting professional roasters, people who don't even know you, that just get to assess your life and say little dumb weird shit, but they always twist it and turn it to make it racist somehow. And that's what we're talking about here. That's what we're talking about. How it always flips and dips and trips back around to the racism side of the game. Anyway, I ain't gonna hold you, but I'm emoji for you and scold you about being on code. And you know I got 4 words for you. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and like for the spike, subscribe for the vibes, like for the spike, comment your vomit, share. If you care about Get Black Empowerment everywhere, please do that on all the platforms that we are on, Jones. And just to bring it all the way to the cribby, let me look you in your whole optical retina, boy. Let me check you out before I get up out of here. I appreciate y'all tapping in and all of that. Love, peace, blessings, and aloha. I'm out the Doha for Shoha. You already know.